Welcome to D Out, where you find out what to drink when you're not drinking. My name's DJ, and today we're going to bottle up some ginger beer. So, we've got a few things that we'll need to get started. First of all, this is the batch of basic ginger beer that we've been working on. It's actually been fermenting for over 2 weeks, which is a little on the long side, but we'll go ahead and work with that. We also have our swing top bottles. I like using big 750 ml bottles. You can use smaller ones like 500 ml if you like, but the 750s work best, and I'll get to that in a minute. And we also have our ginger jelly, which we worked on a little bit earlier. Looks really great, all sorts of great fruit flavors in there. Smells a lot like pie filling right about now. So the first step is we need to filter out the ginger that's in the ginger batch. Now this is actually a tea diffuser, half of a tea diffuser, but any kind of filter will work. I like this a lot. It fits right in here, almost like it was made to do this job. So pretty simple. Pour out of one vessel into the other vessel, and like so. And you see there's all that ginger that's been sitting in there for a couple of weeks. So now we've got our jelly here. Next, we're going to go ahead and and add in our jelly. Just going to pour this in here. And it's good to leave a fair amount of headspace for just that reason. You see, when I put the ginger jelly in, it filled the vessel up. So now it's just about overflowing. And I have a second vessel here. And what I'm going to do is now filter this through here. Sorry, I got a bad angle. Mix that up a little bit. And if you watched my last video when I made the ginger jelly, you heard me say that I make about a liter, a little less than a liter, more like 900 milliliters worth of ginger jelly. And I only put about half of it in a batch. So this is about 400 to 450 milliliters of ginger jelly went in here, which is why half of it is still left in there. And so now, makes a little bit of a mess, especially when I'm rushing. So I'm just filtering out some of the heavy pulp and some of the seeds. Whatever you do, don't get a shot of the sink because it looks like a crime scene in here right now. All right. So as you can see, that goes pretty fast. And these vessels that I'm working with are gallon vessels. And there's a little bit left in here I'm going to pour in. Okay. So now I've got the ginger jelly in the basic ginger beer. And I'm going to go ahead and filter it again before I put it into the bottles. So what I like to do here, I'll put this up here, move the half of the ginger jelly that's still left here for next time. And what I like to do is grab one of the big 750 ml bottles, have a nice big funnel, put that in here, take my filter, my strainer, put that here. And actually, if I tried to pour that in there, it would make a huge mess. So I try to use something that's a little bit more easier to pour. So I've got another measuring cup. Okay, put that in there. And that, whoops, is basically it. So now I usually fill these about halfway. And I'll tell you, well, you'll see later once this is fully fermented exactly why. But the reason, in short, is because there's going to be a lot of carbonation going on in these guys when they start to ferment. And I found that if you fill them up fully, then when you go to open up, you get a big ginger beer explosion, which is very hard to control. Ginger beer shooting all over the place, which you don't want. So again, I fill them up just about halfway, and that is the reason why I like the 750 ml bottles, as I said before, a little bit better than using the smaller ones. And the swing tops are great. You use them over and over again. They're easy to clean. I just have a bottle brush. Every once in a while, well, between uses, I'll of course clean them out and use a little bit of a bleach solution just to make sure there's no funkiness in there. So there's another one. That's a little bit higher than I normally do, but that'll be okay. And I'll put it in here. All right, so looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half bottles, roughly, of ginger beer ready to ferment. So typically, once I've got it all set, I'll put it in a nice dark place for it to hang out for, I used to go 3 to 4 days. Now I do more like 2 days, and I'll talk a little bit about that in my next video. Hope you liked it and learned a lot. Please subscribe and hit like, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Thanks.